Talofa o la uingoa o Tutulu Yorome. Hello everyone. For those who I haven't met around the office, my name is Tutulu Yorome. Not Tallulah, not Tululu, Tutulu. And for those who really know me, I don't mind being called Tulu. So I had to go one up on Brian, Norma and Jamie, so I thought I'd do a video just to sort of utilise a different media method, so hopefully you get to enjoy this.
Ula o whaavaonga se whoka lele rome.
Ia, ola o nuu, ola o te māma no tina o whenga uma. Ia, ola o tina e whailona honona ainga I whaare palauli.
Ia, o nuu nai Samoa. I came to New Zealand 1974 because everybody aimed to come to New Zealand thinking they got good life. So that's why I decided to move over to New Zealand.
So my mum is camera shy, so I'll be speaking on her behalf. So my mum's name is Hinemoa Yorome. She hails from the village of Vaiaso in Bolu. Vaiaso is famous for the Mau movement, and if you get a chance, please look up what that's all about. But basically, in Vaiaso, that's where they established their headquarters. The Mau movement was a passive resistance to colonial sort of administration back in the 1920s. One of the biggest events that occurred during that period of time was what they called the Black Saturday, which is where the New Zealand military police had fired on Mau independence demonstrators in Apia. They killed 11 Samoans and wounding many others. In terms of our family and the link to the Mau movement, one of my great uncles, Tuia Aiono, who was one of the men that was protecting the independence leader, Tupua Tamasese Lealofi III, was actually shot and died during that Black Saturday.
Ole pou le ano I whale e manuia ai le loto I whale. Ole winga tono ea whaupunga. Ia mua o na teu rou aina. Oe o roto mua o rau whanau. Ona manuia ai leo le to tele o liso do ainga. E ai ia uso malatu whanau. O whawhine matu whanau. Ai ne ngata fo I lea. Ona manuia ai o te ngata lau tele te whaatasi ai ni whalapo potonga. Po le nuu. Ia po o ni le lalolangi a toa foi. O le ao ngana o le ia pou le loto I whale. E manui ai le ano a whale ia o se whao unga nā ia maua le leile manui au tangata lau tele a matatu ia te oe malou a inga so oe malau whanau ia malau a inga lau tele nau ai e le au ngalo walu fo e whaile a inga lau tele ai ne lo le atu oe malau whanau I tono le loto I whale leo oe ia manuia.
alofa lava lo ingoa o Madison Riley le whaima i o me whatu. O le nuu a rau tina o a whenga ma Vaiaso. Ma le nuu o la utama o le o uniwhangoa masini.
Language Week is significant to me as it's one part of the year that we're able to come together as a nation, whether we live in New Zealand, Australia, America, or even back home in Samoa. We're able to showcase and celebrate who we are as Samoans, and we're able to show the rest of the world who we are as Samoans through our traditions, through song, through dance, through our food. We have universities, schools, and even community groups who run events to showcase who we are as Samoans. Not only to showcase, but to give everyone a feel of being back home, whether it's getting them involved in our cooking, how we cook, what we sing, and how we dance.
So another part of Samoan history that we have strong links to is the flu epidemic that occurred in Samoa in 1918. My grandfather, my paternal grandfather, who is half Chinese and half Samoan, was born in 1918. His mother, just before he turned 1, died due to the flu epidemic, and so he was in the care of his father, who was a Chinaman who'd come over to Samoa to work. I think it was just after he had turned 1, his father was deported back to China. But prior to jumping on the plane, he had taken my grandfather to his mother's family and left him in their care with bags of food and rice and things like that. So my granddad didn't have any links to his paternal family and was raised by his maternal side, and raised very much in the Samoan culture and traditions, and although he looked like a Chinaman, he was definitely Samoan through and through. A fun fact about my granddad was that he was a policeman in Samoa. So to finish up the history lesson, I'm sorry about that, the question to answer today is, what was the uniform of the Mau policeman in 1929?